When things are slow, sometimes you start digging. This time I found some video that was intended to be uploaded, but for some reason never was. So here it is. A trip from before down the road was created. Okay, we are still 5 miles out. And we are in Monroeville. It's me and Stacey. We're still on this road trip. And I got something to show you that's pretty cool, and I think you'll enjoy it. And I'm going to show it to you right now. Monroeville, Alabama has some interesting history. What do we have here? Looks like a foundation of some kind. A foundation that appears to be made out of volcanic rock. Stacey's giving it away.
Like, is that part of your gimmick on the show?
Yeah. Yes, it is. Stacey's outing me, y'all. Stacey's outing me.
Don't be fooled, people on the internet. Brian researches this stuff for days.
Wait, what? No.
Oh, look what we found.
Research?
Now, in all truthfulness, I do know what this is. We have actually been here before. And this is a foundation, clearly, as you can see. Let me walk around these trees over here. Clearly, you can see something used to stand here. And if you didn't hear what Stacey said it was while she was outing me, this actually was, look at that, what was that? Some kind of concrete pit? Was it like a bird bath or something? That's interesting. Little concrete ring around there. Don't know what that was, full of debris. Anywho, what you are seeing here, this is the last remaining foundation of the house that Truman Capote grew up in. This is Truman Capote's childhood home. And you can walk around and you can kind of feel maybe a little bit where things used to be. I don't know how big the house was. It looks like it was kind of sizable by the footprint. But let's have a look.
Welcome to Truman Capote's mom's house.
Looks like foundation stones, maybe. Maybe where a porch was here. Can only surmise. You can probably look it up online. There's probably pictures of Truman Capote's house, old pictures maybe. But like right up here, let's go around here and look at it this way.
Telltale signs like you frequently see on Sidestep Adventures.
These two bushes here look like they were, planted for the house. And you walk up between them, crash through the bramble here. And it looks like where the stairs would have been. See the welcome stone, flagstone, whatever. And I'm guessing the stairs would have been right here and you just walk up the stairs onto the porch. But yeah, all that's left is this.
One wonders what became of the structure. I'm sure it's online somewhere. And unlike those home sites in the woods that Robert usually finds, this is directly in the middle of a city. And no mystery here, everyone knows what this structure was.
Obviously this isn't going to be a very long episode because there's not really much to go into. But I'm going to get Stacey to fill in some details, as I am not all that greatly educated on the works of Truman Capote. Yeah, I know. I gotta get better. I gotta learn some stuff. A wide shot. You can see the footprint it had. Pretty neat, huh? One of the most well-known authors of the 20th century grew up right here in Monroeville, Alabama. And let's run over here to Stacey real quick and she'll tell us a little bit about Truman Capote.
Truman Capote was an author. He wrote In Cold Blood. That was his big book. And he also wrote Breakfast at Tiffany's, which became a movie. And Brian doesn't know, but we all know.
I know Breakfast at Tiffany's. I saw the movie.
Yeah, and the movie was a little bit different from the book, but he was very famous, and he had like a privileged background, and he would come to Monroeville over the summers, and and stay in this house. And he was friends with Harper Lee in their childhood. And then Harper Lee had a lot of success with To Kill a Mockingbird. And then I think their friendship, I think that created a little bit of tension in their friendship.
Interesting.
Because she was so successful. And his popularity sort of waned. He was big in like society circles, and then he like wrote some story like in Vanity Fair or somewhere that was going to be a book, and he basically very thinly veiled like criticisms of all his friends, and they all knew who he was talking about, and he was sort of like an outcast after that.
Ooh, sad endings. It always bothered me on Breakfast at Tiffany when they went shoplifting.
Oh, I know, right? Like that, me too. Like, let's go on a romantic date and like steal some stuff. With that plinky plinky whimsical music in the background. That drove me crazy too.
And they weren't even stealing anything good.
That's why probably when we were together
It's pretty neat the stuff it's made out of, because I guess it's all concrete, but almost looks like something from the ocean. Hey, look at this right here. See, it's kind of porous looking. So yeah, Truman Capote's house.
childhood home where he spent summers. I think
Yes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Oh wait, we should talk about how he was the character of Dill, and so the main thing we talked about Truman Capote as an adult with Harper Lee, but really they spent a lot of time together as children, and he was the basis of the child Dill character in To Kill a Mockingbird. So she sort of really drew heavily on her real life for that book, and so he was that character.
Cool. Also, Harper Lee. We had thought that Harper Lee lived right here.
Well, we're not sure.
And there's a little Dairy
I
Dream.
thought her house was next door, but it might have been where the goodies was.
Yeah, it was close by. We're not entirely sure. This may have been part of the Capote area, homestead, whatever. But it now sells dairy. It's cool. We've eaten there before. It's good. They have fried okra. And Harper Lee may have been over there. We're not entirely sure. But anyway. So an add-on to the Truman Capote house tour. And we mentioned Harper Lee.
Harper Lee is really the town. You know, like there's the Truman Capote connection, but I think because To Kill a Mockingbird is sort of set in Monroeville, that really it's Harper Lee and Monroeville together, and the Truman Capote thing is kind of an extra.
Also, something else about this town, or about Harper Lee, around Monroeville, she's known as Nell Harper Lee. Everybody else knows her as Harper Lee.
Yeah, her grandmother's name was Ellen, and she was named after her grandmother, but Nell is Ellen spelled backwards, and that's the name she went by. And last time we were here, we were sort of wandering around the cemetery. We were way up there, and some really kindly gentleman drove by and said, "Oh, are you looking for Nell Harper Lee's grave?" And we were like, "Yes." So it seems like they call her the full name. And she's buried next to her dad, who was the basis of the character Atticus Finch. And at the end over there, you'll see Alice Finch Lee. She was Harper Lee's sister, and you can see she lived to be over 100 years old. And she was a lawyer, like well into her 90s. She was a lawyer like her dad.
Wow. Let's have a look at these graves. And here we have Nell Harper Lee, 1926 to 2016. In the Lee plot.
Yeah, they would have been a prominent family in Monroeville, just on the fact that her dad was such a prominent person in town.
And slightly further, there is also the courthouse. The old courthouse is now a museum and is set up. You can tell it was used as the pattern for the movie. So if you see the movie, you can come see the courthouse, and it's laid out very much like what was in the movie, if not actually used in the movie.
I think it was a recreation.
Yeah.
So check it out. Come to Monroeville. We're not going to show you the museum because we got other things to see, but also we got to leave something for you to come see for yourself. I mean, you can see all kinds of
totally worth
video.
it. You might not think coming into the middle of the country in Alabama is like probably like hard to do or not that fun, but it really is fun.
Yeah, it's just full of gems.
It's like going to a tourist site, but it's not overrun with tourists. It's
Right.
just like a really relaxing, fun time.
Absolutely. And eat at Con Los Amigos
Oh
because
my
it is
gosh,
freaking
Carlos Amigos.
amazing.
We would come here just for that. Like that's like the best Mexican food I've ever had, and I'm from California.
We kind of did come here just for that.
Yeah, it was just so good.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.